Welcome everyone. We are starting the webinar now. My name is Yogita Chabra. I am representing Path Infotech and I'll be moderating the webinar today. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. Your lines will remain muted during this session. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box in your control panel. The question and answer round will be at the end of the session and we will address your question at the time. This session is getting recorded. The link would be shared with all the participants post-webinar. The topic of today's webinar is Current Trends and Future of Customer Service, where we will share insights that how companies are shifting their approach from traditional to proactive support and adopting a new customer-centric methodology in their businesses with current trends that can help to decide the future of customer service. Today we are joined by our speakers. We have with us Rahul Mishra. He is sales head at Servitium CRM. Hi Rahul, thank you for joining in. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Yogita. Good morning to all of you. And I hope, Yogita, you're also doing well.
Yeah, definitely Rahul. Rahul comes with a vast experience of 15 years in the field of business development. He has industry exposure from diverse fields ranging from financial services, FMCG, and IT. He has been instrumental during some of the challenging engagements with various enterprise accounts. We also have with us Amit Chauhan. He is Chief Architect at Servitium CRM. Hi Amit, thank you for joining in. How are you doing today?
Hi Yogita, I'm good. How about you? And
I'm
good
good.
afternoon, everybody.
Let's proceed. Amit is a seasoned IT professional with over 20 years of rich experience in customer service domain. He is customer-focused leader with cross-functional experience across the service industry. He has expertise in strategic planning, streamlining service processes, defining improvement areas, increasing customer satisfaction, and of course, optimizing the customer life cycle. Without any further delay, I would request you, Rahul, to take the charge from here and give us all an insightful session. Over to you, Rahul.
Thank you very much, Yogita. And I welcome once again all of you to the webinar today. It's indeed a pleasure talking to all of you today. And Amit, welcome on board to the webinar. So, to begin with, let's first understand what has been the customer journey so far before we actually talk about the current trends and technologies deployed in some of the successful companies. It's not a surprise anymore that customer relationships are changing dramatically. The customer experience, what you call as CX, is becoming a key differentiator. Gone are the days when all the customer service interaction used to happen over a telephonic call. The model eventually scaled to create a modern day customer support centers. Then, with the emergence of technology like mobile apps, IoT, and bots, companies now can have opportunity to reimagine their customer service. So, typically, a traditional customer service model relies more on the inbound channels, and thus they are usually reactive in nature. The companies used to work on multiple but isolated systems, be it CRM, ERP, logistic, and whatnot, and it used to be a Herculean task to collate information from specific platforms before you actually derive meaningful results. The initial phase of customer service can thus be called as the era of customer support or something called as CS. In the modern day customer service, you see a paradigm shift in how customer interactions happen. It's the time where the brands are leaving no stone unturned to figure out not only new ways of customer engagement, but also on providing a uniform and a consistent experience across channels. The approach is therefore very, very proactive, which can only be made possible through something called an omni-channel setup. You now have a better and connected systems, which can seamlessly be integrated to ensure real-time data flow. So the companies are now building their brands through a power of something called customer experience. We call it as CX. That's a buzzword today. Everybody from the industry, we keep using this term. So yeah, this is something which is going to transform how the service operation is going to be in the future. And talking about future, now is the time when we are witnessing a lot of companies having started to build their customer service models for the upcoming future. The use of technology is going to be a game changer, as the objective is to cut down redundancy and ensure operational efficiencies. To achieve complete end-to-end experience driven by customer demands and needs, the organization will have to embrace an ecosystem approach. Like I was talking about in traditional, it was more of isolated. Then came, of course, the integrated. Now you'll witness an integrated as well as ecosystem approach where it will be very easy to integrate multiple platforms for a very, very augmented customer service, I must say. So the goal is to deliver the most complete experience regardless of the location where the information resides. The information orchestrated with smart technologies like IoT can offer a reliable and a prompt predictive service. So this will indeed enable brands to also achieve something called operational excellence, OX, while they offer a great customer experience. So yes, while you work on your CX, you also need to work on OX, and that's what is going to be the future in the coming times. So typically, a traditional customer service relied on limited channels, and the customer interaction majorly could happen over email or phone. As the calls were managed purely by humans, the operations were also limited to specific work timings. Also, the companies were managing multiple and disjointed platforms, like I said, to manage functions ranging from CRM, ERP, logistic, accounting, dealer management. You can name a number of other platforms as well. And it used to be a very, very cumbersome job collating information from all these sources before you come onto a final data which can be used for your decision making. And you can also imagine the quantum of error it brings to the system onto manual interventions. So before we actually move ahead, it's time for a quick poll. Request you to kindly share your thoughts and spare a moment to respond on it. So can I request Yogita if you can pull the poll for us?
Sure, Rao. There would be a poll on your screens right now. Please take a moment to answer the question. Thank you so much, everyone. And 64% audience has voted for this poll. That's great. Thank you so much, everyone. Rahul, you may please proceed.
Thank you, Yogita, and thanks to all of you for responding on the poll. So now we are going to talk about some of the key initiatives companies are taking to deliver exceptional customer service. I'm sure most of you should be very keen to understand what is going to be the current trends, how we can actually optimize your processes, what all things can be done to ensure a better customer interaction. So I would request here Amit. Amit, it will be really great if you can tell us what has been the priorities of companies in the recent years while they endeavor towards offering a great customer experience. In other words, we would like to know from you some of the key areas, or you can say trends of customer service. Amit?
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you. And good to know about the traditional service. And now I would like to share something about the current trends in the customer service. So generally, the features in the product are almost the same. As the sourcing is the same, and the product has also evolved a lot. And adding new features to the product or thinking of something new also has a limit, and a lot of cost is also associated with it. So the only thing that differentiates the product of a brand from the product of another brand is the service provided on it. So in the challenging world of the future, recently companies are reshaping their service operations and are addressing the customer evolving needs in an increasing manner. So for those doing right, the advantage will be great. So let's have a look. Being an organization, what measure must be opted to meet customer experience expectations so far? So Rahul, let's begin with omnichannel.
Sure.
So omnichannel experience for our customers while they reach out to us, and to make them aware about the self-service. So there should be no boundary or any kind of restriction for the customer to reach us. And if the customer want us to explain or train them so that they can do something on their own, then we must do that too. Next is bringing the right use of data. The biggest benefit of utilizing proper analytics is being able to identify strengths and weaknesses. Analytics essentially allow for a defined part of optimization that leads to better results on all fronts. Similarly, automation is also at the forefront of customer and brand engagement strategies. Things such as electronic devices, machines, and even robots are used to automate tasks that are used to be completed by humans. Advances in software, machine learning, and robotics are quickly making it possible for companies to accomplish more with negligible number of errors. And in the list of top trends of customer service, IoT marks its prominent presence. IoT connects the physical world to the internet, which allows us to use things remotely with ease of access. IoT has gained its awareness a lot recently, and especially during the pandemic. Last, but definitely not the least, is the increased need of empowered service teams, not only to manage the tasks, but also to improve client experience. So Rahul, let me take a minute to explain omni-channel customer experience. A great customer engagement is not something we can just buy. It is a competitive advantage that can only be earned through continuous improvement and evolution. However, technology is one tool that can help you get there. Digital channels have completely changed the way that customers prefer to interact. Imagine your customers having uniform experience irrespective of the platform they chose, which can be WhatsApp, call center, IVR, customer app, email, or even through corporate website. So thus an omni-channel transformation is the only way for a company to address rising complexity, provide an excellent customer experience, and manage operational costs. While implementing this approach, organization creatively apply the right technology at the right time to maintain customer engagement. Moreover, a self-service option is an efficient way of outreaching to your customers, boosting customer experience, and improving company to customer relationships. Self-service comes with features include self-resolution of issues through use of a knowledge base, password reset, self-logging of incidents, track status of your service requests, and provide personalized experience. And this eventually results in reduction in number of tickets, letting your team to focus on more critical requests and enhancement in customer service skill with the access of right knowledge base.
Yeah. But Amit, you just talked about omni-channel support. Can you please elaborate a little more on the subject with some sort of examples?
Yeah, Rahul. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, Rahul, just imagine for a moment that you have bought your favorite gaming console from reputed brand, okay, and they already have deployed omni-channel customer support. So now, in case you want to place any sort of service request like complaint, or you want to replace your product or a product demo, you can simply choose to call the customer care, or else you may visit their social media page or WhatsApp or through customer app, or even by visiting company's website. So in fact, in most of the cases, you don't even need to raise demo request if you purchase it from e-platform like Amazon or Flipkart. So that means to say that irrespective of the platform your customer chooses, the customer gets to see a uniform and consistent experience all across.
All right, that's really amazing, Amit. So this definitely reflects a tremendous opportunity for the brands wanting to offer as many as customer interaction channels as possible. Wonderful. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, absolutely, Rahul. So next I'm going to talk about emerging needs for the connected systems. So where in place of having traditional isolated platforms, we have multiple systems which are seamlessly be integrated through APIs for real-time information flow. This definitely includes Internet of Things, and better known as IoT, which allow easy monitoring and control of connected devices. The primary and main advantage of IoT is monitoring. It can also provide more data that couldn't have been possible to collect easily in the past. Just a decade back, no one would believe that watches could monitor and report on your health. Thanks to IoT, which has increasingly become an integral part of our lives. IoT also plays a vital role in creating a positive customer experience. The right use of IoT technology allows us brands to foretell problems before they occur. The IoT device can convey alerts to the service teams, thereby warning them about a probable failure. Thus, the equipment could be repaired even before the issue commences to avoid downtime. So IoT is the building block of the smart home automation, where the devices can be monitored and controlled not only remotely, but also through Google Alexa, Google Home and Alexa. And other than IoT, creating a service ecosystem by including other platforms have been proven to improve operation efficiencies. And for example, integrating e-commerce platform can reduce duplication of work by generating the install base in the service CRM the moment a sale is made. Similarly, collection for service, AMC or parts can be automated by integrating payment gateways with CRM. And in fact, Rahul, in the recent years, we also have seen a tremendous need for integrating other digital platforms like social media listening tools and digital signature, to name a few. Automation, yeah. So to continue from the last slide, we have seen a definite need to increase automation for the efficient service operations. Automated customer service and support is booming, and for good reason. Virtual assistants such as keyword chatbots and AI chatbots are a popular form of customer service automation and use predefined rules and algorithms to help customers achieve tasks and resolve problems quickly. Now you don't want your customer to be waiting in a long call queues and those endless security questions. Not to forget the limited operational hours owing to human dependencies. This is costing companies with high operational cost and low customer satisfaction. So unlike live agents, automation tools are not constrained by contact center opening hours and allow customers to rapidly self-service simple issues, often without any need to evolve contact center agents. Therefore, automation is particularly useful for handling FAQs, freeing up human agents to tackle more complex aspects of customer service. And apart from handling customers' interactions, companies have been working on automating process flows ranging from logistics, inventory planning, and fulfillment. With the growing customer base, companies are also banking on technologies to record customer satisfaction score, which gives you freedom to trigger a customer feedback survey on a predefined event and are sent through the configured channel like email, SMS, or WhatsApp.
That's true. So Amit, after hearing this, and in fact, the moment we talk about automation, the first thing which comes to our mind is investment. So I am actually very much curious to know if automation requires huge investments. Can you share some use cases where organizations have quantified the benefit from having this automation in place?
Yes, Rahul, yes. Very good question. So unlike as in past, the cost of deploying automation is not much nowadays, and you require very minimal costs to set up the same. However, the long-term business benefits are tremendous. Just to a few examples. So we have implemented Google Distance Metrics API to measure real-time distance traveled by technician while serving customers. And Rahul, you will be surprised to know that by the end of very first quarter of the implementation, the ROI, which is return on investment, exceeded more than 5 times the cost of maintaining the setup. And another use case we can take from WhatsApp Business to automate service requests and is tracking by customers. There is a substantial saving in terms of call center operating cost, and the call center agents can now focus on more complex issues than doing repetitive tasks.
That seems really impressive, Amit. By having these things in place, I'm sure companies will also understand how you actually leverage technology and reduce repetitive works. And we would like to hear more of such use cases in the coming future from you, Amit.
Definitely, Rahul. I will try. Definitely, I will try. So now moving on to the power of data and analytics. So customer service analytics is the process of collecting and analyzing customer service data, feedback to deliver valuable insights. So it can help us better understand your customers' needs and expectations, lead to improved customer experience, strategies, and increase customer loyalty and retention. So each interaction with your customer service team, from support tickets and NPS surveys to live chat, emails, and social media comments, is a chance to collect data. And combining quantitative and qualitative data is the best way to get a panoramic view of customer experience and understand what your clients need and expect from your product or service. This can help enhance customer communication by offering personalized experience. So insight on historic data and usage patterns can help us identify issues and address them with real-time information. This is helping companies maximize something called first-time fix, very common word in a service industry. So by having a detailed analysis of the executed service request, it is possible to figure out bottlenecks in the service operation, which might be the cause of increased debt, eventually leading to poor customer experience. So thus data analysis helps not only identify gaps, but also in streamlining your business processes. Like a quality code report, just for sample, which is the sum total of symptom, defect, and repair recorded against every service request, is vital to identify chronic issues which can be analyzed against geography or product category. Thus, companies can leverage this information for a better product development and drive smart decisions like product upgrades and new product launches. So I'm going to talk about the growing need of having empowered service teams. So just having best of the technology for customer engagement without having an empowered service team is like half-baked cake. It is imperative that our service team is equipped with digital tools so that they have all the information required to resolve the issue along with 360-degree view of the customer. This is to give field service representative advanced information about every customer situation, so the representative arrives at the customer's place fully briefed and correctly equipped. But like they say, learning is an ongoing process, and therefore we need to also build robust training and skill enhancement modules for the technician. This can be done in 2 steps. And the first step involves creating a knowledge repository of processes involving performing the most common and critical maintenance activities. And second, to ensure 24/7 accessibility of accurate information to the field service teams. Anytime, anywhere accessibility could help field service teams to respond to customers' technical question confidently. Also, our customers want to heard and they appreciate it when we listen to their concern and feedback. And winning loyal customers and getting positive feedback is as simple as that. Deploying multiple channels to record feedback leads to more satisfied customer, which has a direct correlation with sales figures. So therefore, it is good to reach out to customers for support, not only for marketing.
We're saying that not only this business model, but also the kind of technologies we are going to deploy and the kind of transformation we'll see in the coming times, that'll be amazing. In fact, AI will be a game changer in the coming times. In fact, with one of the reports I was sharing, which says that 80% of customer interaction can be handled by AI without the need of involvement of people. Undoubtedly, AI or the machine learning will get more sophisticated in the near future, unlocking unlimited potential, not only to improve the customer relationship management, but also introducing new opportunities to increase revenues along the way. Then I referred about Gartner, which predicts that in the near future, an average person will have more conversation with the chatbot than their spouse. This might seem funny, but this is what it is. Another technology we can talk about is AR, which is augmented reality. It is already known to all. It has already proven to increase first call resolution by 20%, while decreasing the need for technician dispatch by 17%. Amit, you just spoke about this FTF, and this data talks about this first time takes, which is increased by 20% by having AI in place. I'll talk about one example of company using AI technology to actually increase this FTF. I'm not sure if Yogita, you have run the poll. We had a poll also. You want us to take the poll again, or you are already done with it, Yogita?
Poll is done. You may proceed, Rahul, please.
Sure, wonderful. Thank you. So talking about what all technologies we can use for future and what does the future will look like. And like I was talking about, the potential of artificial intelligence is beyond boundaries. It can be now engaged in recording the most important indicator of efficient customer service. And I'm sure most of us will agree, the most important indicator of efficient customer service is nothing but customer satisfaction scores. So the moment you start to leverage AI in recording customer satisfaction, you can actually create wonders. Because when we are using artificial intelligence to monitor customer conversations, this AI is aware not only on the content of the dialogue, but also the tone. So it can provide insights into customers' feeling based on the volume as well as pitch also. That means to say not only what customer is speaking, but how he's interacting with the rep is also going to be recorded, and accordingly you can actually come to the NPS, something called Net Promoter Score. It can also detect your mimicking actions. So it will give all the information. Human reps will get additional information and tips to improve the call quality and get a feedback about their performance. Robotic process automation, or RPA, will also enable companies to focus solely on customers' needs. Chatbots can fulfill customer service requests instantly and become more transactional through RPA technology. Talking about ML, because it continuously learns and improves itself, machine learning can scale alongside business while easing the load of employees. From the basic voice to text to advanced cognitive image recognition, the ML has a long way to go. And this is something which has started. Now we are witnessing a lot of companies investing on these technologies. Now your teams can record these images, and these images can be converted into text. And you can actually figure out whether the right image was uploaded or not. And there are a lot many other activities that can be done through this RPA technology. In fact, the next generation service is ready to serve customers with predictive maintenance and service. It is performed by evaluating the health and performance of the equipment through periodic or continuous monitoring of machine condition. Data captured by IoT devices connecting different machines and systems enable business to predict, plan, and take proactive steps for any event like part repair or equipment failure before it actually occurs. Since you can identify machine failure before they occur, it results in reduced time frames. Virtual reality, or VR, is quickly maturing into a viable medium for humans to connect cyberspace with the real world. By having the customers share what they are seeing and doing with the service executives as if they were in customer shoes, allows them to better guide a customer through the troubleshooting process. Augmented reality, or AR, is no less in this area. For example, a leading coffee machine making company, which is called Nespresso, they allow users to scan their packaging and get a step-by-step coffee making descaling instructions for the machines. Now, the people can actually scan it by way of AR. They can actually see a troubleshooting process also. They can get assistance in terms of repairing the machines as well. So that is it from my end today. You can hear more on this from some of the industry experts in a series of upcoming webinars. which will include omni-channel support, including mobility and WhatsApp, digital journey, including IoT and smart home automation, and how companies are preparing for next-gen service. So it is the time for the last poll for the day. Yogita, may I request you to please run the poll for us?
Sure, Rahul. It's time to take one more poll. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll go ahead and take some time for questions now. Just a reminder to everyone, please be sure to type your questions into the question box in your control panel. It looks like we have a few questions posted by the audience. Thank you for the same. We will try and cover as many questions as we can. So the first question is raised by Mr. Abhishek Jain. So for you, Rahul, what kind of digital platforms are we talking here to empower our service team? Specifically in the slide number 13.
Sure. Thank you very much for the question. So there can be multiple digital platforms, and the ones that we already have, the use cases can include, of course, we've started doing something called a digital signature. So that's something which is the basic of all the digital medium. Then comes your WhatsApp, then comes your social media. We're also talking about other integrations. We have done Google Home and Alexa, but all these things put together can automate your processes. And digital signature is the area which is gaining the shape, and you see a tremendous opportunity here to automate your invoices, payments, other things as well. So yeah, there can be a number of other things. We can always discuss one-on-one on this.
So thank you, Abhishek. I hope you got the answer of your question. So the next question for Mr. Amit, that asked by Mr. Parashar, how easily we can use transactional data from CRM to build analytics and insights?
Okay, Rahul. Sorry, Yogita. So, Mr. Parashar, the right use of CRM data provides the user an easier and quicker ways to grasp the information. The data can easily be consumed to build analytics and insight by way of integration. And in fact, almost all the CRMs, including our Servitium CRM, offer ready connector for the integration with any of the visualization tool like ClickView, Tableau, or Power BI. Thank you, Yogita.
Okay, thank you. There is one more question that for you, Rahul. We already have a WhatsApp business account running in my organization. Can the same be used to enable auto registrations of complaints in CRM, or I need to opt for a new account? That is asked by Mr. Gautam.
Okay, thank you, Yogita. And thank you, Mr. Gautam, for the question. And I think this is the most pertinent question here. Let me just tell you the process first. WhatsApp business account, it requires a one-time registration of WhatsApp number. Now, this number can be either a mobile or a landline number. Now, once the WhatsApp business account is created, you can use this registered WhatsApp number to build multiple services, including automatic replies, IVR deflection, live chat, chatbot. Yeah, all these services can be built around it. But in your case, since you already have the existing WhatsApp number, you can enable auto registration of service requests through the same number itself. You need not create a new one. Hope that answers your questions, Gautamji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Gautam. There is one more question for you, Amit. That is asked by Mr. Nagraj. Does you have any solution on QR scan based service registration and retrieving machine service history?
So yes, certainly we have the QR code scanning functionality. So by having the QR code, we have the complete information of the model, product, and once we have that information with us, so whatever information we have, historical data we have, we can produce that data to our technician as a service team as well. Anytime this information is accessible and available to service team by scanning the QR code of their devices.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I think thank you everyone. This is all the time we had for the questions and answer round. We will address the remaining questions one-on-one post this webinar. If you have further questions for us, kindly do email us and we will reply to you. You can email us on rahul.mishra1@pathinfotech.com. With that, we end this webinar. Thank you, Amit and Rahul, for this informative session.
Thank you very much, Yogita. It was really wonderful talking to all of you today, and indeed enjoyed this opportunity to speak to you all. Thank you, Yogita, and thank you, Amit.
Thank you, Rahul, and thank you, Yogita, and thank you, everybody. And thank you for inviting us. And take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, everyone, for taking the time and joining us. We appreciate you being here. We will share the recording of this webinar with all of you very soon. Once again, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Till then, take care.